Hello friends, welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather and today we are going to play my TBR game Belle's Bookland for the month of November. And I'm very excited to get into this video. I always am. I love playing Belle's Bookland with you guys. And so we're going to see what my TBR looks like. Before we jump into all of that though, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel down below. I also have my Goodreads and Instagram linked for you guys so we can talk bookish on all of those platforms. And let's go ahead and talk about what books I was supposed to read for the month of October and if I finished reading all of those books. So I had 7 books to read for the month of October. The first one that I was going to read was Final Girls Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I actually DNF'd this one at about 50%, but considering I made it a good chunk into the book and it just wasn't happening for me, I'm still counting that as an okay. Then I had The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden next, and I did read and finish that one. And then we had Virgin River by Robin Carr, and I just finished that one last night, so that one's done. Next up, we had The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and this one I also finished this month. And then we went into The Coppersmith Farmhouse by Devney Perry, and I finished this one. And then Ace of Spades was next, and this one's by Farida Abike Yemede, and this one I also finished. And last but not least, I had the Amazon 6 Dark Corners short story series. I had put 1 on the list, but I was planning on reading all 6, and I did read all 6, so that one's also done. So as far as that goes, I'm not going to be taking any punishments. But having said that, I already filmed this video, and it came out really blurry and awful, and I was like, I don't want to put this up, and like the board was just like, it didn't look good. So I'm refilming, but I feel bad because I already did rolls, and then now I'm like re-rolling, and essentially, I'm going to take a punishment because I'm re-rolling, and I feel like that's kind of a form of cheating in a way. And so at the end, we'll pull one of my punishment cards and go ahead and do that. But before we do that, I just wanted to also talk about any other readathons or things that are going on for me for the month of November that may influence what we're doing here. I have seen a bunch of different readathons around, but I'm not really sticking to any. In the month of October, I had like 5 or 6 that I was participating in. And it was a lot, and I've been really enjoying being in the readathon game, but school's just a lot right now with nursing school. I'm busy, and with the family, and it's just been a bit much. So I'm not really scheduling or planning any readathons, but I am making a big move with my family across the United States in a couple months, and so I really need to get reading on my physical TBR. So my goal is to read books on my physical TBR only. That's all I'm adding to Belle's Bookland, and I'm hoping for the month of November I pretty much only read off of my bookshelves, except for one video that I'm doing with Alita, and that's 2 books I'm going to be reading for that I don't have. But other than that, I want to only read off of my physical TBR, off of my bookshelves. So that is kind of the plan. So we're going to try and work that into how the rolls kind of go with Belle's Bookland. And I think it'll be fine because I put it in like a spreadsheet. I think I had like 50 or 60 books on my bookshelves to choose from. So I'm sure that I can figure that out. So I think that's all of that for now. So let's go ahead and jump into the first roll and see how that goes. Okay guys, we got Chip ready on start, and let's go ahead and roll our first roll. So we got a 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be sci-fi. So I got a sci-fi, which surprisingly I don't think I've gotten a lot of sci-fi rolls recently, but I'm pretty sure in like February or March, almost every single roll that I got was sci-fi. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm reading like 6 or 7 sci-fi books this month. So it's kind of funny how I haven't had a ton of that. But I think I'm going to go ahead and read Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I haven't read any of his books, but people seem to really love his books. And I really enjoy sci-fi that's set out in space. So I'm super excited to get to this one. It is a little bit of a chunker. It's like almost 500 pages. But the nice thing about this as well is that it's a standalone, not a series. And I really don't need to start a bunch more series. I have a ton started, so I'm trying to grab books that are standalones right now as well. So this is gonna be great. So the very little bit that I know about this is we're following this astronaut. Let's wait for the train to go by. Hold on. Okay, I think it's a little bit quieter right now. But there's like this astronaut who like wakes up in space by himself. He's like a lone astronaut on some kind of mission or something. I don't know. I've seen The Martian, the movie, and I have the book and I want to read it. But yeah, excited to see how this one goes because I've been hearing some great things. And roll number 2. Here we go. We got 13 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So some romance. Okay, we got a romance book. I knew exactly what I wanted to grab for this. I've had some Taylor Jenkins Reid books sitting on my shelves for a while, and I really have been wanting to get to them, and I just haven't quite squeezed them in. So we're gonna go with Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love this author. She's one of my favorites, and I want to read through the rest of the books I haven't read by her. In this one, we're following this girl, and she goes out with her friend, and they run into like her ex-boyfriend, and then it kind of explores what if she goes home with the friend, and what if she stays out with the ex-boyfriend, and kind of follows 2 different paths. What would her life look like in those different directions just based off of that one different choice that she would make? And I know that Taylor Jenkins Reid, like her earlier romances that are kind of in this style, are very much like not traditional romances because they can be a little bit heartbreaking and a little bit like harder decisions that you're making, and not as much like feel-good mushy-gushy romance. So I am prepared for that, but I'm really excited to read some more books by her. Roll number 3. Here we go. We got, okay, not sure when the camera shut off, but I made it to a punishment square. So I pulled this guy, play your TBR right. So we're gonna play a round of that, and that's gonna help us pick what we're gonna read. Okay, I guess we're gonna take another punishment square because we landed on it. Sorry about the weird video thing. I don't know why it stopped in the middle of that, but let's go ahead and play your TBR right. So if you have not watched How to Train Your Gavin's channel, he is a crack up and I love his channel, and he's very entertaining, and he plays Play Your TBR Right as his TBR game, and it is amazing, and you're just like on the edge of your seat like, wait, why? What are you doing? But basically what he does is he puts a book that he doesn't want to read as much and then a book that he really wants to read, and he plays this game of Play Your TBR Right, and if he wins, he gets to read the book that he really wants to read, and if he loses, he gets to read the book that he doesn't want to read as much. So I grabbed 2 books and we're gonna play. So the book I really want to read is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This just came out recently. I am dying to get to it. I love the Caraval series by her, and this is set in the same world, just following slightly different characters. And it says, all stories are made of both truths and lies. What matters is the way that we believe in them. I don't know. She just has this like fun fairy tale magical writing, and you just get sucked in. And I think we're following this girl, and she, like, the love of her life is going to get married to somebody else, and so she goes to the Prince of Hearts and is asking him to help her change that, but he asks for 3 kisses from her, and those kisses are different than what she was imagining. I think they kind of like drain her or take something from her that she didn't expect, and so yeah, really want to get to this one. And then the book that I would like to eventually get to this, but if I'm being honest, I bought this because I think the cover is stinking adorable. Like the heart with the them, and just, I don't know, the pretty pink. I don't have a lot of pink covers. Actually, these covers kind of match, and it's kind of cute. But it's kind of like this historical type romance from what I know. Alexander Hamilton and Elizabeth Schuyler, and I don't know that I'm really into that, but I wanted to try it, so yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle up my cards here for you guys. Try and make it to where you can see what I want to see the bottom. I'll do a little bit of this. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 5 cards out, and I flip over the first card, and then I have to choose if the next card is higher or lower than that card, and keep doing that until I get to the end. If I'm wrong, then I'm out. If I'm right, then I'm good. But I also get to swap one if I want to during the game. And I won't give myself lives because I'm not playing that many games of it. It's only one, so I think that would be kind of cheating. But we will allow the swap. Okay. All right, so we are all set up. Let's see what our first card is. Ooh, it's a 3. Okay. So that's pretty low. So we're going to definitely say higher than a 3. Okay. Is that a 3? Oh, I have to put a different card down. Okay. So we're still saying higher. So an 8. 8s kind of suck because they're right in the middle. So do we go higher? Do we go lower? Do I want to switch this early? Oh my goodness. Like, he gets so stressed doing these, and I can totally understand. Oh my gosh, this is really stressful. Okay. So I'm thinking that I'm just gonna swap it. I have to. I don't know what to do with that. Okay, so we swapped to a 5. Okay, so we're gonna go higher than a 5 because 5 is again a pretty low number. Okay. Here we go. Oh, and it's a jack. Okay. Another thing I forgot to talk about is ace high or low, because usually he chooses before. So I think we'll play the ace is high, just in case that comes up. But this is a jack. Jacks are pretty high. We're going to go lower than a jack. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, we're getting so close. And it's an ace, and I literally just said that aces are high. Can they be low now? Oh, no. Okay, well, I lost, so I'm going to be reading Alex and Eliza. Maybe I'll still be able to get to Once Upon a Broken Heart during the month because I really want to. It's okay. Okay, here we go with roll number 4. And we got a 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Horror. All right, guys, so we've got a horror novel next. And this one is a little tricky for me because I don't actually have a ton of horror books on my bookshelf. So I'm going to go with this one. And I feel like it's maybe a little more mystery thriller, but it sounds like it might have some kind of horror elements to it. But it's The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce. And this one, we're following this detective, and she goes out to this hotel with a bunch of other guests for her brother and his fiance's, I think it's just like a wedding shower thing. Anyways, so like I can't think of the term, a bridal shower. What is it? An engagement party. Wow, that was rough. Anyway, so they all go out to this hotel, and then it like snows, and so we've got this isolated setting because everybody gets snowed in at the hotel. And the fiance, Laura, she ends up going missing the first night, and everybody's kind of freaking out, and they don't know what's going on, and they're all stuck there, and they don't realize that somebody else has actually gone missing as well, and that person may have had some answers as to what's going on. And so I feel like it's kind of like this mystery thriller while we're trying to figure out what's actually happening, but maybe there's some horror elements as maybe they're getting picked off or something in this hotel. Not totally sure, but it's the closest I got, and I'm trying to stick with my physical TBR, so that's what we're going with. Next roll number 5. We got 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, well, we ended up with only 4 rolls. Okay, well, I guess that we just had the 4 books in this one. That was like a really fast round. And with getting a 3 the first time, I was like, this could be a little rough, but kind of blew through the board after that. So these are the 4 books so far, but I told you I was going to take one more punishment for having to do re-rolls. So still we'll only have 5 books, which is not bad at all. So let's go ahead and pull another punishment card. So I've got them right here, and we'll just take this top one. So let's see, it says, let the tarot cards pick my fate. Okay, so with this one, I participated in the tarot readathon a couple months ago, and I still have the list of prompts that went along with the cards. So basically, I'm going to pull one of my tarot cards out and then find the prompt that goes with that tarot card, and then we'll find a book from there. Okay, so I'm back with my list of prompts and my tarot cards. So let's get them all out of here, shall we? Lots of cards. Doing lots of cards right now. Okay, so let's just give them a little mixer doodle around and see what we want to grab. What are we feeling? Okay, I feel like this is a good spot. So let's see what we've got here. We've got the High Priestess here. She's pretty cute. So it says that she's number 2. I'm trying to think, because I know these cards are a little different. Okay, so this is from the Major Arcana, and she's the High Priestess. So she's the second one after the Fool when you start on your journey through the Major Arcana. Actually, I'm incorrect. Sorry, I'm still a little bit new to tarot, but she's actually the third because the Fool is 0. And then you have the Magician and then the High Priestess. But this little lady, the prompt for her is, read a book featuring religion, spirituality, or intuition is our prompt. So I'm going to go look on my shelf and see what I can find that's going to work with this. I really am not seeing anything that quite matches this prompt on my shelf, and I really want to stick to my shelf. So I think I'm just going to pull the next top card and see if we can find something better for that. I feel like I'm cheating all over again, but I literally don't have anything that I can think of that would work in that spot. I don't know. Anyways, let's just try again. This is just gonna be a rough month, okay, guys? Oh, that's our High Priestess. She really wants to come out and play. Okay, so we got Pentacles. This is number 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles is going to be to read a book that I don't think will be a 5-star read, but I still really want to read. So let me see what we can do with that. Okay, so I think I'm going to throw in As Old as Time with this one. So this is part of the Twisted Tales series that go with Disney stories. This is Beauty and the Beast, and basically they take one element of that story and change it, and then the storyline kind of, you have the similar vibes and all the same characters, but there's just like something a little bit different that kind of changes the story a little bit. And I really want to read this one, but do I think it's going to be 5 stars? Probably not, but do I think it'll be enjoyable? Yes, because I like Disney and following along with some of their stories. And obviously my channel is named Belle's Bookland for a reason. I enjoy Beauty and the Beast quite a bit. I want her library so bad. It's just gorgeous. So the change in this one is, what if Belle's mother cursed the beast? So we're going to add this one to the TBR. And since I kind of cheated there, I think I'm going to pull one more tarot card and then we'll call that my TBR. I feel bad that I am doing that, but I just couldn't find anything for the other prompt. So we're going to see what else we got here. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Cups. And so let's see what prompt we have for that. So for this one, it says that we should read a book with multiple love interests in it. So let me go see what I got there. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze this in that place. So I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that the Prince of Hearts and then also the supposed love of the life, let's see if it says his name. it doesn't say his name, but Evangeline has the love of her life, but then also we enter the Prince of Hearts, and I feel like possibly we're going to have a little bit of some entanglements with both of them. So that's where I'm going to kind of go with that one. I'm excited this one's back on my TBR. Okay, so we ended up with 6 total books on my TBR for the month. We have Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Sanatorium, Project Hail Mary, Alex and Eliza, Maybe in Another Life, and As Old as Time. I'm pretty sure that's going to keep me very busy for the month. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys are reading in November or any readathons that you guys are going to participate in. Let me know down below so we can chit chat, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.